As the sun rises over Mawenzi Peak on Mount Kilimanjaro, the morning light streams in through tents, gently waking the camp.
We're in my tent, welcome. It's tiny, but they call it a luxury tent. It's apparently a 3-man tent and 2 of us get to share it. The ground is really hard and it's been really, really cold at night. Yeah, so this is home, really. In the mornings and the evenings, BARIKKI comes and fills up these water canisters full of hot water for us to wash with. He provides us with buckets, soap and towels. And we either wash our whole bodies in our tents or just our faces outside.
For the South African SPCA team, this is how every day begins in their journey to the highest point in Africa.
And also as we acclimatise.
Each morning, Sean monitors the team's blood oxygen levels and heart rate as he keeps a close eye on how they are physically responding to the increase in altitude.
Toss and turn a bit. A couple of the people here are picking up what we call acute mountain sickness, and those are symptoms like nausea, headache, loss of appetite, restless sleep. The pulse oximeter measures the percentage of oxygen in your blood and is very indicative from the perspective that I can tell as a guide how everybody is adapting in conjunction with symptom. How are you feeling, etc. But don't forget there's also quite a big psychological factor here as well. People will come to you and say, I'm really not feeling good. You can actually when you get a drop of 15 or 20%, then I need to be concerned that there might be something and that needs to be monitored.
Kilimanjaro, 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 mlimamrefu sana.
While Sean is checking the team's vitals, BARIKKI Sam, who runs the camp's logistics, ensures everyone is well fed.
My job is to look after the guests and the entire mountaineering team. When we set up camp for the day, I make sure all the tents are put up and ready. Then I start to organize the meals and tell the chef what to prepare.
What's for breakfast today?
Bread, tea, fruits.
The team's journey up Kilimanjaro takes them through 5 ecosystems. From lush forest, through evergreen shrubs, to space-like moorlands, alpine deserts, and finally onto the glaciers of the summit. The temperature will drop about 30 degrees as the team gets higher and the air gets cooler. Vegetation diminishes, and even the bird life becomes increasingly scarce. For Adriana, these harsh conditions provide a unique training ground in preparation for her potential trip to Mars.
So I think how Kilimanjaro can be seen to be parallel to how things may be training for Mars is the team aspect, so working together in a group.
Make sure that you've got everything on and you're ready to leave at 1 a.m.
Watching, of course, Sean's leadership then of the group, taking notes there mentally, and just, of course, pushing your body, experimenting slightly out of the comfort zones.
Look, mountaineering as a hobby or a goal is quite self-centered, is quite hedonistic, and generally it's nice to be able to work with a team of people who have the same goal, not only to get to the top, but also to have a great course.
For Raymond, the most significant encouragement has come from Nestor, BARIKKI, and the team of local mountaineers supporting the group.
The amazing support that I've been able to experience of the guides, of the expedition leader itself, from the briefing that we are getting every night, and also testing the temperature.
So 86 and your pulse around 105, which is good.
And also your heartbeat, walking side by side with the porters, are always encouraging us to take it easy.
Jumla nina watu 86.
In total, the whole team is 86. We have 10 guides, we have 3 tent crews, we have 3 waiters, we have 3 toilet persons, and the other are porters.
According to the local mountaineers, the secret to conquering Kilimanjaro is pole pole, a Swahili phrase that means slow, slow.
As we go higher, oxygen, and with an increase in altitude, you get a decrease in pressure, you will get an oxygen drop. Okay, so that's why we don't just run straight up to the summit. That's why we're doing it over 5 days to get to the top, because our bodies need to adapt to this less air. Everybody here has a different physiology, so we need to just take that into account. There's no reason why you shouldn't summit Kilimanjaro, which is 19,000 feet.
As the team approaches day 5 of the expedition, the summit is within sight. Everything off and on the mountain leads to this. And the past 4 days of blood, sweat, and tears was just preparing them for what is coming next. And not all of them will make it.
The journey to summit, if it's anything like today, it's going to be the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life.